Good day, ma'am. My name is JC Glenyo Hortlano from BSBA 3B, and my topic is all about the risk analysis. So, when we say risk analysis, it is a critical process that delves into uncertainties or surroundings income flows for an entire firm, as well as for its individual sources of capital, which include the debt, preferred stock, and common stock as well. So, the conventional methodology employed in the analysis focuses on relying and examining the key factors that contribute to fluctuations in a firm from income streams. So, a higher degree of volatility in these income flows typically signifies an increased level of risk or uncertainty that investors must contend with. So, when assessing the total risk associated with a firm, it is essential to recognize that the risk can be broken down into two primary internal components, namely the business and financial risk. So, as we begin, we will explore the concept of the business risk in details. This involves understanding how to quantify it and identifying the various factors that contributes to it. So, and developing the methods we can use to measure the impact of these individual factors on the overall business risk profile. So, when you say business risk, it encompasses the inherent uncertainties related to the firm's operations and market environment, which can affect its ability to generate consistent income. So, factors such as market demand, competition, regulatory changes, and operational efficiency all plays a significant role in determining the level of business risk a firm faces. So, by analyzing these elements, we can gain insights into the specific causes of economic variability and how they influence the firm's overall risk exposure. So, in doing our examination of this business risk, we will continue our attentions to financial risk, which is another crucial aspect of a firm's total risk profile. So, the financial risk arises from um, the firm's capital structure and the way it finances its operations, particularly through the use of debt. um, we will discuss various financial ratios that are commonly used to measure financial risk. So, such as the debt to equity ratio, interest coverage ratio, and other relevant metrics related to the business and financial risk. So, these ratios provide valuable insights into the firm's leverage and its ability to meet financial obligations, thereby influencing the overall risk perception among investors. So, in addition to these internal risk factors, it is also important to consider external risk factors that can impact the firm's risk profile. So, one thing that signifies an internal factor is that what we call external liquidity risk, which refers to the ease with an investor that can buy or sell the firm's stock in the secondary equity market. So this aspect of risk is particularly relevant for investors as it affects their ability to enter or exit positions in the firm's equity without significantly impacting the stock's price. So, understanding external liquidity risk or that is essential for a comprehensive risk analysis as it can influence investor sentiment and the overall market perceptions of the firm's ability and performance. So, when we analyze all this one, a thorough risk analysis involves a multifaceted approach that examines both internal components, business risk, and financial risk as well as external factors like liquidity risk. Kung if systematically evaluating these elements, investors and stakeholders can be better understand the uncertainties of surroundings, firms' income, flows, and make informed decisions regarding to their investments. So, gabi no, importante kayo ang usa ka risk nga mahibal-an nato or what we call risk analysis na mahibal-an nato sa pagkakaroon pa lang. Like for example, we are currently a BSBA student. So in the future gusto nimo mo negosyo. So according to ang portfolio management na dili lang kay usa ka investment ang imong butangan, kundi imo na siyang i-diversify para kanang gamay ra kayo, less risk ang imong mahitabo. Kay kung imo man gud isulod sa um, usa ka investment ra, nay possibility nga ma-loss to siya og dugay ka makabawi didto. So kinahanglan nimo siya i-diversify or ikatag-katag nimo ang imong investment. But for instance, during 2018 ka ni diversify sa imong investments. So naa kay investment sa lahi-lahi nga investment, ibutang ta lang 10 investment siya. But the problem is in 2019 to 2020 diha ni padulong ang COVID-19 virus. So when we say COVID-19 virus, muna siya ang makahawa na katong panahon nga kanang nay 1 meter apart or 2 meters apart bata to. So kato nga pamaagi, ang mga tao bawal mo gawas. So dili sila makapalit, as well dili sad sila makabaligya kay naay mga strict na gina-impose ang government. So dadto pa lang daan mahibal-an na nato na ang COVID-19 virus ang nakaapekto sa uban nga mga investors. So kay gamay ra man imong kita, dako kayo nga posibilidad nga malos ka. So ang akong gina-discuss karon is sa karon pa lang dapat kung dili pa ka mo invest, dapat mahibal-an na nimo nga mga risk kay para pag abot sa panahon makamitigate ka sa mga risk nga naada na. So when we say mitigate, imong gipugngan or imong nangita ka og pamaagi para unsaon nimo malikayan na kana nga risk. So it is important gyud nga mahibal-an nimo ang risk analysis nga naa sa firm or sa kuan, especially if isa ka sa nag-iya sa preferred stock. Because when we say preferred stock, naa kay dako nga katungod sa usa ka kumpanya or usa ka firm, because a preferred stock is a total majority. So we can conclude that risk analysis is important in a business. So business risk. Business risk refers to the uncertainty of a surroundings or a company's operating income, which influenced by the industry in which the firms operates. So this uncertainty arises from variability in the firm's operating earnings, which can be attributed to factors such as its products. So customers-based and Parex methods. Specifically, business risk is assessed by examining the fluctuations in firms operating. Business risk is assessed by examining the firm's operating income over the time. So these fluctuations are driven by two main factors: the variability of the firm's sales over time and the firm's cost structure, particularly the balance between fixed and variable cost, known as operating leverage. So for example, if a steel company is likely to experience greater earnings volatility compared to the grocery store chain because steel sales tends to be more sensitive to economic cycles, and the steel company typically has higher fixed production cost, indicating or that indicates that the greater operating leverage. So which amplifies the impact of sales fluctuations on its operating income. So in quantifying this one, business risk can be often measures the variability among of a firm operating income over the time by typically using standard deviations that can be affected by the scale of the earnings or figures, which investors often standardize these measures of volatility by calculating the COV or CV, or the coefficient variations. So this is done by dividing the standard deviation of operating earnings by the average operating earnings, providing a clearer picture of a relative risk. So, importante gid kayo gyapon nga mahibal-an nato ang usa ka business risk kay based sa iyang example nga ang steel company is tends to be more greater earnings volatility compared to grocery stores kay inani mo na siya guys if ang kanang ang steel company manggod na ay compared sa kanang grocery store, ang grocery store is mopalit lang ka sa pagkaon nana, so dahil ang pagmahal sa iyang mga palaliton gamay ra kayo nga changes, while ang steel company anam kadugay anam na siya na mutaas ang iyang sales or may moubos ba kayo sa grabe sa kataas. So sa pamagi sa pagtaas o pag-ubos sa presyo dako kayo sa kanaang steel anang sa steel diha na mo gawas nga kanang naay fluctuations gamay tabo, right? Because when you say fluctuations, pwede siya mo taas, pwede siya mo ubos, and muna siya nga ginatawag nga gi-indicates na ang steel company has a greater volatility compared to grocery chain store. So when we say volatility, muna siya ang unexpected or kanang wala ta kabalong nga mga panghitabo nga mahitabo dai siya sa usa ka firm. So that is what we called a volatility. So dito pa lang daan no, mahibal-an nato na kanaang sa business risk importante gid kayo nimo mga hibal-an ang mga factors nga naa dani para in the near future kung ikaw na sa naay business mahibal-an na nimo daan. Financial risk. So, financial risk refers to the added uncertainty in returns for equity holders that arises from companies' use of financial obligations, such as debt securities. So, this risk is the adherent of business risk of the firm. When a company issues bonds to raise funds, the interest payments on this debt must be made before calculating earnings for common stockholders. As these payments are fixed contractual obligations similar to the operating leverage during the periods of economic growth, so the net earnings available to the common stockholders after covering fixed interest payments will see a greater percentage increased compared to the operating earnings. So conversely, during the economic downturns, the earnings available due to will decrease by a large percentage than operating earnings due to this fixed financial cost, which is the interest payments. So importantly, as a company increases its reliance on debt financing with fixed obligations, it heightens that its financial risk and likelihood of default and bankruptcy. So, my understanding about financial risk is that under daning nga risk is naay mga financial statements nilang ginabuhat. Like for example, statement of cash, balance sheet, income statement, and statement of cash flow. So, when you are a financial manager or naka sa financial nga firm, mo gid ni imuhang bantayan ang tulo ka financial nga statements. So diha nimo makita nga kanang ang nigawas og nisulod na kwarta. So in relation to financial risk, based sa ilang gi-example is if mo downturns daw kuno or mo negative ang economic kay nibaligya man sila, for example the earnings available to the stockholders will decrease by a larger percentage than its operating income tungod kay gifixed man nila ang ilang interest na payments. But in return, kung moangay sad ang unsay tawag na to dani nga kanang wala ni downturn inaga economic na nisaka ni arise, so tiba-tiba pod ang mga stockholders dani. So when we say stockholders, isa sila sa nanag-iya sa company, naa sila'y kuan diha stocks or bonds. So kung bahino na nila ang ilang kwarta, kung dako ka o kung taas imong sharehold na hold nga share didto, mas taas pud ang imuhang makuha. That's it.